Ashley's Stars and Stripes sale is going on now. Shop furniture and mattress hot buys, now only $7.99. Or shop all new designer deals starting at $10.99.99. And for a limited time, you can get a free adjustable base upgrade with an Align by Ashley Sleep mattress purchase. Plus, get up to 5 years special financing on select in-store purchases made with your Ashley Advantage Synchrony credit card. Only at Ashley. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. Minimum purchase required. See store for details.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
A great story of the couple who had booked their wedding venue, the beautiful Glen Eagles Hotel in Scotland. The problem is that David Beckham wants to have his 50th there that night, and he said, I want it. And that's great because he's offering them to pay for their wedding on another date. Yeah. In full, pay for their honeymoon and pay off their mortgage. And they go, you know what, David Beckham, you can do whatever you want.
You can.
I've never been in a scenario where someone wants something I want and then they're going to give me whatever I want to have it.
Do you know what I would have done? I would have held out. I would have taken all of that and held out for an invite to the party.
Oh, 100%.
You'd go to that party,
That's
wouldn't
actually
you?
a good idea now.
Yeah.
We are talking about offers that are too good to refuse. Sam's in Willerton. Hey, Sam. Hey, Sam.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Sam.
Sam, did you have something that someone else wanted?
Yeah, about 15 years ago, I was working for a catering company, and my boss really wanted me to attend an event we were trying to secure a contract for, and it was my best friend's hens night that I was organising. I was the maid of honour.
Yep.
So he offered me he'd have a driver pick me up from the event and take me straight to the hens night, but I was still going to be about half an hour late. So I was like, no, I don't think so. And then he said, what if I just pay for the entire hens night and the driver? So we ended up having an amazing time. It was about $5,000. He just paid for everything, and I had a driver pick me up from the event and drop me straight to the hen night.
Amazing. Amazing.
Sam, that's awesome.
I love that the thing that he wanted was you, basically your services, because you're awesome. And then he paid for the whole hens night. That's amazing.
Yeah, my best friend was pretty stoked. I was like, yeah, whatever you want, just let me know and we'll get it sorted.
Oh, my God, how exciting.
Yeah,
Because your best friend would have been like, had a trolley full of penis sippers. And
Yes, exactly.
and penis hats. And
You
you're
can't
like,
have
now
too
I don't
many.
forget these.
I know, you always get them, regardless.
You have them just in case.
You're always going to use them, aren't you?
Thanks, Sam. Emma's in Mozzie Park. Hi, Emma.
Hi.
Hey,
All right. What did you have that somebody else wanted so badly they made you a great offer?
Same sort of scenario. He actually wanted myself and my boyfriend, not in that kind of way, but we were living in East Fremantle in a very ramshackle kind of house in our 20s, paying like $210 a week. And a very wealthy businessman who lived on the river in East Fremantle literally came, we knew him from dog walking, knocked on our door and said, I have an investment property in Alfred Cove. Can you move in there, $190 a week, put all the bills in my name so I can send my kids to Applecross High?
Oh, yes!
Emma, that's the jackpot.
Emma!
So you said yes,
we
right?
We lived there for 3 years, for $190 a week, beautiful home in Alfred Cove. All the bills in his name. He got proof of residency, so it was a great deal. So,
Emma.
What's weird about this story, right, is that he's that rich, but his kids are going to a state school.
Well, Applecross become one of those schools where the education thing is so hard. To get in there is really difficult. Everyone moved into the area.
Yeah.
Man.
It's one of become one of those
specialise in
specialties. Sort of, arts.
Yeah.
It's arts and drama.
Yeah.
Remember, wasn't Cooper going to go there for a little bit?
Oh, well, to get him into John Curtin was a hell of an event.
Yeah.
And
you
it's a
lived in the
scientific
zone.
thing.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Emma, that was one of those stories where I love hearing it, but we sort of hate you for it because it didn't happen to us.
Yeah, that's right.
And they're the best ones.
That's
That
the
is
dream,
awesome.
isn't it? That's
Loved
the dream. Well done, Emma. Pam, hello.
Hello, how you going?
Hey,
All right, Pam,
Hey,
what have you
Pam.
got for us?
So a little while ago, I used to work for a guy that used to drive a lot of luxury cars and obviously used to speed, multi-novas, red light cameras and things. And any time he got a fine, he would pay you to take the fine, but it was $1,000 per demerit point.
Oh.
So, three
So-
demerit
Highly
points,
illegal.
$3,000.
Highly illegal, everybody.
Yeah,
Three.
highly.
So the normal going is 3 demerit points, isn't it?
Yeah, generally, but I mean, over the years, I couldn't have told you how much it took. For a while there, I was driving with 2 demerit points.
But she had some killer shoes.
Exactly. Have a look at this clutch, Nate.
Wow. I don't know
3,000.
if I could do that one.
Oh, I'd do it for much less. Yeah.
Sean, you don't have enough points to flash around, let me tell you. Am I
don't.
right?
No, I
Yeah.
don't. I'm always on the edge.
Thanks, Pam.
These are each amazing in their own way. Chantel's in Stirling. Hi, Chantel.
Good morning.
Hey, mate.
Hey,
We're
Chantel.
excited to hear what happened.
Okay, so I had to do a calculation about 30 years ago. I was working in London doing the backpacking thing. So I'm working in a pub, and this guy comes in and he's looks at the T-shirt that I'm wearing, and it's a promo T-shirt. From memory, I think it was Murphy's beer.
Yeah.
And he's looked at it and he goes, I really want that T-shirt. I really, really want it. And I went, well, I'm wearing it.
Yeah, of
And he
course.
went, I'll give you £20 for it. And I went, oh, no. And I look at my boss and he's just kind of gone, whatever.
Yeah.
And he goes, I'll give you £40 for it. And I went, no. And he goes, I'll give you £50 for it. And, as a backpacker, that was like $100 Aussie dollars.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
I went, oh, okay, I'll go and take it off and I'll give it to you. And he goes, no, you got to take it off right here.
Oh.
So I went, oh, all right. So I figure, you see more at the beach. So I just took my T-shirt off and standing there in my bra and I gave it to him.
Yes.
He gives me the £50, so I'm pretty happy.
Yeah.
And then I just reach under the bar and we've got a box of about 50 other T-shirts. So I just pull one back on and pocketed the £50.
Hey, that's a good score.
He really just wanted to see your boobies,
Yes.
didn't he?
Oh, you can't blame him.
Well,
No,
you know
that's
what?
how her skimpy career started.
And you know what? Back when you're free, back when you're young and free, you don't have so many objections to that
she's
sort of stuff. So you want to see my boobs?
Back
Yeah, no
on.
worries. £25 each. No worries.
I know.
Boom, 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 boom.
So he wasn't really paying 50 quid for the T-shirt at all. 50 quid to see your boobies. Oh, nice, Chantel. Thank you. Beswell, hello.
Hello, how you guys going?
Hey,
Good,
Beswell.
Okay, have you got a story for us?
Yes, I do. So about 9 years ago, I took my girlfriend at the time for dinner. I had plans to propose.
Yes.
And I snuck in and got a room at the Crown Metropole.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yep. And it was just a regular room on level 4, just a standard room.
Yeah.
And when I went to check in, somebody wanted to take the whole floor. I don't know for what reason.
Okay.
Yes.
They offered to upgrade us all the way to the loft.
No!
You got the loft?
Beswell.
I got the loft, and when you get in, they've got your name written on it and everything.
Yes.
I changed. We didn't make it to dinner. We went straight to the room, and I proposed, and she said yes.
Of course she did.
Beswell.
She thought that you could offer her that life forever,
Yeah, I'm going to
Beswell.
live this life.
Oh, you know what I love is she's probably thinking, God, he thinks so much of me. And it's like, no, you were in an average
You were
room.
a standard room.
It was a regular room, yeah.
I saw you as a regular fiance.
I love the fact that you took advantage of that.
Yes.
This is the time. I'm going to propose here. It's not going to get any better
so
than
Harry's
this.
put up the floor plan
Yes.
of
got the massive
of the
balcony.
The
loft.
loft. Yeah, beautiful.
Oh, mate, how many photos did you take that night, Beswell?
Oh, man, the view of the city, everything.
Yeah.
And we've been happily married 10 years this year.
Oh, Beswell.
That's a beautiful story.
It's the Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
The one and only Matt Preston is in the house, everybody.
You got to talk about that again. You got to talk about you getting over here.
When you
because-
first came out here.
yeah,
Well, You always know you're in trouble. So I moved out here to be with my Australian girlfriend. We lived together for 5 years. It was kind of like, okay, we can either move to Australia or get married. Well, I thought, well, I'll move to Australia. I reached the kind of, my brother had died, so I was in that kind of time. But let's try something fresh. I was in that mood. So it took 9 months to get the visa, to move here. Day before I've quit the job. I've ended the rental.
Yeah.
I've
You've
done
pa- your
everything.
bag's packed,
Oh, my bag's
essentially.
packed. I'm
Yes.
everything. You know, I've got my little wad of cash, and I
Yes.
get that phone call the night before the flight going, are you sure this is a good idea?
So you'd been together for 5 years before this.
Oh, we'd had 9 months
Yeah.
of drifting
Yeah.
apart,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
This is
But
important.
in your head, did you take it as this is an issue, or did you think,
Oh, no.
God, she's really worried
Or
about
she-
me?
she
No,
just-
it's fine. I'm
you-
cool.
yeah.
I think that you never think one thing, do you? You always
Yes.
think multiple.
Yeah.
So one of the things was that. The other one is, in those cartoons when the character runs off the cliff really fast,
Yes.
and then realizes
Yes,
he's
and
actually
then
dropped
halfway
off the
down,
cliff and the legs are going. And I was in that state. I couldn't get back. I was kind of done. So I thought I came, and it worked out absolutely brilliantly. So I think that's the.
So you got on the plane.
I got
you
on.
flew to Australia
I got on the plane.
for this girl.
She's not there to pick me up.
She didn't pick you up at the airport.
It's like
I mean,
it's
the
like
sign's
heartbreak.
there.
It's like heartbreak.
So she's not there.
So we limps along, and then the final sign was at Christmas when she gave me a beach towel. And I thought that was the final.
Did she give you a beach towel?
you know. I think it's one of the. I think it's the Bill Murray. I think it's the Bill Murray movie Scrooge, where he's deciding between towel and VCR. VCR for the important people, towel for everyone else.
Well, think about it. What do I know about the man I love? Well, he likes being dry.
That's right. And he likes the beach.
I know that.
She'd get torn apart if she was on maths.
Yeah.
But no one. Would you go on? Would you go on maths?
Not in a million years.
None of you want to go on maths?
Oh, because I'm not like them. I'm not really looking for love. Come on. The worst thing about maths at the moment, though, is we've seen series after series. They go in and then they come out and they get their maths makeover. So they all get their new teeth that look like Buzz Lightyear and they all get super tanned and hair extensions and stuff. They're going in like that already. So they've already had their maths makeover. So this new series of them who have already got all their fake teeth, what's happening with them next?
No, well, it's straight to OnlyFans, obviously.
It's
OnlyFans, straight away, ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, but you see, I'm not so sure about that because I was out in a restaurant which is well known for influencers and sat next to a couple of ex-maths, and there were a couple of kids from Love Island and F-Boy Island at the next.
God, where is this hellhole?
When you come, I'll take you. You'll love it. It is like something out of Dante's Inferno. But the maths one going, yeah, she's got a bad OnlyFans site. So there's definitely a sense of what's an OnlyFans site to communicate with your fans and what's an OnlyFans site for
diddling.
Yes, for diddling. Yeah, exactly.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Enter a new era of color and brilliance with Vizio's Quantum Pro 4K QLED Smart TV. With over a billion hues of vibrant color, plus wide viewing angle and anti-glare film, it delivers perfect clear picture no matter where you're sitting. It even comes with over 300 free TV channels and thousands of on-demand titles with Vizio Watch Free Plus. And of course, all your favorite apps are built in, so you can start blasting your favorite music, radio, and podcasts from iHeartRadio straight out the box. Head to Walmart.com to find the Vizio Quantum Pro today.
So stepping up to the plate to produce this piece of gold is a girl we call Pricey, even though she's married and changed her name to McNeil.
but McNeely didn't have the same.
Good morning, guys. It's a complete name stain, isn't it? I'm never going to drop Pricey.
No, of course.
My maiden name.
Yeah.
Yes.
Your mother, I have such fond memories of your mother's cooking when she made us that Indian carrot thing.
Carrot halva sausage rolls or carrot halva rolls.
Yeah. So I would like some more of that, please.
Yeah,
if
she'll
we can
definitely
order
do it.
some.
She's got all the time.
Her green masala is outstanding.
Yes, it is, isn't it? I love it.
Anyway, so
sounds
tell her to
delicious.
get cooking. But how's your mum going?
She's good. Oh, Penny Price.
Yeah. What's going on with
doing
Penny?
well. She's actually been away. Well, she was away for 3 months. She went to India.
Which is the homeland for
Yes, it
her?
is the motherland. So she went and saw all her millions of cousins.
Amazing.
And did the route. And the only contact she really had was obviously online with us in Australia. And so we've got this app for our son, Max, who goes to daycare. And so we all have access to this app. And also all the other parents that have that go to daycare have this
so
app.
you can check in like what you do with your pets.
Yeah, it's so good.
Is it actually live cameras or they post stuff on it? Okay.
Yeah, so you get a play-by-play during the day, like, nappies, food, sleep, all that. But then you get a roundup at the end of the day with photos saying, Max and everyone else did all this stuff. And it's amazing.
Finger painting.
Yeah, it's awesome. And then a bunch of photos. Anyway, so a couple of times Max hadn't been featured on the photos. And so I get to daycare to pick up Max and the educator's like, oh, we're so sorry. We'll get more photos of Max tomorrow. We're so sorry. Well, all this kind of stuff. And I was like, why are they going so crazy about it?
I know.
I get home and I asked my husband, Jamie, what's going on? Like, they were really upset almost about not having photos of Max up. Anyway, he alerts me to the fact that Penny Price over in India has commented on said photos and rundowns.
Yes.
I've actually got it here. I've screenshot it for you guys. In the morning session, Max sadly only featured once and on two occasions he was a bystander. Sometimes I feel like Max is not in the centre, or maybe he's in another room.
Your mum is trolling the daycare centre.
Yeah, and it's coming up Penny Price in brackets Max.
Are you mortified?
So they know who it is.
I was mortified. So I texted her in India and said, Mum,
Stop.
pipe down.
Stop.
Yeah.
But why doesn't Max have any main character energy?
Well, yeah, because he's just around. He just steals trucks of kids and just runs around the centre.
Just living his best life.
Penny Price stopped then, obviously, when you've given her the stern word.
Nope, next day, again, back on there, old mate, keyboard warrior. Does Max not mix with the group? It's so hard to find him.
Oh my God.
Does your mum want to hire a paparazzi just to follow her around Max football?
Can you just send your mum some pictures of Max, please? I mean, come on. That's amazing.
Isn't it crazy when you get to an age where you can look at your parents and what they're doing and just be like, oh my God, stop. My mum is the same. And now Mark McGowan is no longer Premier.
Yeah.
But during Mark McGowan's reign as Premier, there was not a bigger advocate for that man than Marlene Morris. She loved him. Whenever she saw him at functions that we did, she was like, I reckon she'd have sex with him.
Yeah.
She loves him that much. She was all over him. So, no, seriously, that's how much she loves him. So anyone on the internet, and as you know, during Mark's reign, so many people had some negative things to say.
But you're a politician. There's going to be people for you and against you. Hard.
Always.
I would get home and Mum was there and Mum would have commented to all these people saying negative things about Mark having a go back at them. And I was just like, Mum, stop. They can see it's you. Because the thing you're using is Marlene and Brian Morris. Like, people know who Marlene and Brian is.
Yes.
Shut up. And I had to have the stop talk with my dad as well about something completely different. I was like, oh, my God, Dad, stop. Dad went through a time of wearing these shirts that he thought felt really comfortable and looked really good, and he got in the shops in them until I discovered these shirts and I found out Dad was wearing rash vests.
He did not have a rash.
He was wearing rashies to the shop and he thought they were shirts.
Well, it's Karen up, though.
It's a rashy.
It's a rashy, Brian.
Rashy, Dad. Hello, Bevan.
Hello.
Hey, Bev. All right,
Morning,
is this about your mum or your dad?
Every time I go to the shops with my mum, she loves to have a random conversation with the person in front of her while she's putting the groceries on the conveyor belt. I constantly have to put my head down and just tell my mum to stop. She loves random people at shopping centres.
So what does she talk to them about, Bevan?
What's that, sorry?
What does she talk to them about?
She loves to talk about my childhood for some reason.
Just to randoms, Bevan.
And yes, to randoms, and how much I have grown in the last 4 years for some reason.
The last 4 years specifically.
How old are you now, Bevan?
I am 24.
He's still growing.
Well, he's grown so much since he was 20.
Oh, you have,
I'd
Bevan.
comment on it.
You got to stop going to the shops with your mum.
Yeah, you do. Oh, no, Mum's just got to stop.
Yeah, Mum's got to stop.
Mum's got to stop. Yeah, we're with you on that,
That's
Bevan.
so
Thank
funny.
you.
Thanks,
Sarah, hello.
Hi, how you going?
Hey,
guys?
good,
Who
Sarah.
did you have to tell to stop, Sarah?
It's my dad, and it happens quite often to do with his phone and social media.
Yes.
But this example was Christmas Day. So my husband has a couple of pairs of budgie smugglers, and he loves them, but only when it's just us. He won't wear them around other people. He wears his, full.
Well,
full body.
what a treat for the family.
That's right.
Yes. So Christmas Day, my husband and I went for a little swim at the beach, and I uploaded a couple of photos, and one of them was him in his budgie smugglers at the beach. And later on that day, was scrolling through Facebook. So this was sent through WhatsApp to our family group. And then later on, I was scrolling through WhatsApp and saw on my dad's story that was my husband in his budgie smugglers.
So your dad posted a WhatsApp picture of your husband in budgie smugglers on your dad's Facebook stories.
Yeah. And when I called him, he was like, no, I didn't do that. I don't know how that happened. I don't even know how to do that.
But
but
it's like
it
the
was
evidence
there.
is that's your account and you did it. I love when parents say I didn't do that, but you did because it's there. Oh, no. They're all for private eyes.
Do you think your dad's got a crush on your husband?
No.
Well, it appears that way because my husband's name's Aaron, and he quite often gets calls from my dad. He's like, oh, no, I didn't call you. My phone just rang.
Hey, top of the list is an Aaron.
Okay, objectively, does Aaron look good in his Speedos?
Oh, yes, he definitely does.
Well, there you
that's
go.
nice.
Well, you know what, Aaron? Lap it up because you know what? You're never going to look as good as you do today.
No, I was wearing mine last night because we jumped in and had ice baths at home. Anyway, I was just walking around the house and then my wife's gone absolutely nuts at me because my daughter had a couple of girlfriends staying over for a sleepover. They won't be used to this.
Well,
Put some
Sean,
pants on.
You know what?
Yeah,
Wearing Speedos, it would have been very easy for you to go nuts at her.
It's lucky it was cold, hey? In that ice one. Thanks, Sarah. Deborah's in Carramar. Hello.
Hi, how you going?
Hey,
Deb. Okay, which parent did you have to have a word to?
I had to have a word to my mother because I don't know if you guys remember Spring in the Valley that used to happen many years ago.
Yeah, that used to be huge.
Yeah.
It used to be absolutely huge. We used to have to get on the bus and everything. Anyway, me and my sisters would have one too many wines and we'd start flashing our boobs. You know, we thought our boobs are gorgeous and blah-de-blah.
Of course they were.
Until the day my mother thought that she could do exactly what we were doing, and she would lift her T-shirt up and show off her beautiful white cross-your-heart bra to everybody that was there to see it. And we just had to say, stop, Mum, stop.
You know,
She wants to be a part of the gang, doesn't
sturdy
she?
support, the old cross-yard bra.
I think I've gotten to an age where if my mother decided that she wanted to show strangers her breasts, I'd support that. I think, because you know what? Why not?
Did any thought for the strangers?
What? Wow.
Well, they're not having a say in it. They're having them flashed at them.
Yeah, I don't know whether it's consensual flashing or not. You know what? I think you've gotten to the age now where it's your right to show the girls.
Yeah,
even though the girls that
So you're saying you want to see Marlene's boobs?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, did I say that?
Thanks, Deb. Ali, hello.
Hi, how you going?
Good,
Ali. Now, are you the mum being told to stop?
Yes, I am.
Okay, great.
I am.
What's happening?
My two younger grandsons go to karate nearly every day, and obviously all the senseis are all black belts. But if I see one of the other kids pushing one of my grandsons or getting too close or causing problems, I go to stand up, and my daughter pulls me back. She goes, "Who do you think you are, Nanny Ninja?" She goes, "Ma, these senseis, what do you think you're doing?" I just can't help myself.
So
you got to jump in. Stop.
The protective thing for your grandkids
Yeah, I
is
get
really
it.
there.
Yeah. Do you think you have it in you to fight one of the other children that is going after your grandchildren? Do you reckon that's in you somewhere?
Absolutely.
Imagine a grandmother coming with that.
A big fly kick to the throat. Oh, Ali, I love that.
My grandfather used to come along. He was banned from my pop. He was my dad banned him from coming to the games because he'd come and he'd call everyone soft and weak and yell it out.
Yep. My Nana Marjorie Peterson would stand on the sidelines when any football match was going, and her language was so vulgar that men moved away. Kalgoorlie men moved away from her.
Yeah.
My mum and dad wouldn't go near her during a game. It was like, full on.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
It's tranquil, it's peaceful, it's beautiful to watch.
Ballooning.
Ballooning, Sean. Balloons only bring joy, Natalie.
Well, that's true.
Yep.
I mean, kids will throw a tantrum if their balloon pops because the balloon brings them so much joy.
That is so true.
Yeah.
What a business. There's one, Balloon World is in Myrie.
It's a world of balloons.
People doing balloon animals?
Yes.
Yes, Nathan.
Witchcraft. It's
amazing.
actual witchcraft. And then you've got hot air balloons as well.
Oh, yeah.
Out at Northam. Or is it York?
Yeah.
Northam.
It makes you. It's a thing that's so wonderful. It makes you take pause in the world and take it in. Now let's talk about what North Korea has been doing. North Korea has decided that balloons are a great idea as well.
Good stuff.
It's nice that they've got some joy in their lives.
Now, North Korea, they've used balloons in the past, and what they do is they get the balloon and then they fill it full of propaganda leaflets against South Korea.
Yes.
And then float it over to the South Korean border, and then they pop, and then they read all their pamphlets. Which is really great. Domino's and that should do it.
It's a lot
really
easier,
great
isn't
way
it?
to
leaflet drop.
To litter. Well, now they've gone a step further. They have filled the balloons with not only propaganda leaflets, but also rubbish, toilet paper, and poo. So they're flying from North Korea. I want to see who's pooed in the balloons, by the way.
I know, exactly.
They go from North Korea over to the South Korean border, and then they pop. And then they poo falls on the North Korean people.
Good.
And then also the North Korean people have been told not to approach the pooey balloons because they poo on them.
So what's their objective? Just to annoy them?
Just to cover them in poo.
Just a niggle. It's just a little niggle. Yeah?
Ever try to poo in a balloon? It's not easy.
Well, I mean, sure, you have to get the neck open hard enough.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you can get these... These clamp things that open that hold the balloon open.
Yeah, so
not necessarily
when you
for
put
pooing
prizes
in.
and stuff in there.
That's
Okay,
right.
where do you get them from?
It's pretty petty.
It's pretty petty.
Yeah.
Pretty funny, pretty petty.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what they came up with.
I reckon that we would be able to find people listening right now that have had something. Well, it doesn't need to be poo.
No.
Actually, prefer it not to be.
Amy's shaking her head.
Unless you speak to Amy, then make the story completely brown. But I do think that people will be listening going, my neighbour has done something just as petty as that.
Yeah, yeah.
Pettier the better,
because relationships between neighbours, it's just... There's that level of niggle.
Yeah.
They annoy you, you annoy them back.
I'm trying to think if I've done this to the neighbours, but they're so nice to me. So not in this current group. But I would like to think all three of us are capable of some really petty stuff
What are
when
you
the
talking
opportunity
about?
arises.
I'm a great neighbour.
I know I'm a bigger person. I currently have 12 targets.
Kelly, hello.
Good morning.
Hey, Kelly.
Okay, Kelly, how petty can neighbours get?
So my neighbour used to block us in if we parked outside her house, so we couldn't leave for work in the mornings, to the point that we had to slowly push her car forward just to be able to get out of the street.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
right.
what was her initial complaint with what you were doing?
She didn't like anyone parking outside her house, so this wasn't in Perth, this was back home in Wales.
It's one of those
You're talking
people
about on the street.
On the street,
yes,
the people that
outside
claim
her
that.
house.
Yeah, on the street.
So Kelly, you guys
no
weren't...
one was allowed to park.
You weren't blocking her in at all. You weren't disturbing anything that she was up to. Just out the front of the
her
street.
house.
So she used to have multiple cars and park outside everyone else's house, but if you parked outside her house, she used to block you in.
I tell you what, that would happen so much because people that don't have a lot of parking in their yards and stuff like that, they do automatically think that they can claim
The
straight
ownership,
outside of their house.
It's a public space.
And it's a public space, and they get so punchy about it.
That's
wow.
true. Yeah.
No wonder you left Wales, Kelly. That seems like a good reason.
I would have done it too.
Thank you. Jane's in Wellard. Hello.
Hello.
Hey,
All right, Jane. Who's the petty neighbour?
Well, it goes a bit both ways.
Mm-hmm.
I have a neighbour who is notorious for leaving notes in my letterbox about anything but doesn't knock.
Yes.
But she complained about the noise my gardener was making. If anyone's been to my house, they know my yard takes about 4 minutes to whip a snip. My gardener is my brother, who is the worst person to complain about. So now when he comes every 3 weeks to whip a snip, it now takes him about 24 minutes, and he likes to play Megadeth.
A Megadeth?
Yeah, so he plays really loud music plus the women's
Megadeth.
So, and presumably he's not doing this at like 5 o'clock in the morning. This is it, middle of the day kind of stuff.
11 o'clock. I understand people work from home, but, you know...
Nah.
Oh, yeah,
You know what?
it's very reasonable to...
I've got a guy over the road. Yeah.
She mows the lawn on a Sunday morning about 8. I don't sleep in, so she's lucky.
For me, things that people are doing in their yards during the day, I mean, you just have to get that done. I've got a neighbour who lives over the sort of the corner from me, and I swear he mows concrete. Like literally.
It's a lot of mowing, but no lawn.
No, there's mowing, and I can see the lawn, but all you hear is... And I feel like he's hitting the concrete the entire time, and I just have to let the noise wash over me.
Yeah,
it's hardly
amazing.
ambience.
Thanks, Jane. Gigi, hello.
Hi, good morning.
Hi,
All
Gigi.
We're talking about petty neighbours. What have you got for us?
Well, when my husband used to do the front yard in Hillary's, he used to use a blower, and then the neighbour across the road, who was a lawyer, she would, when we leave, we went out with the kids. On the cameras, we saw that she picked up every little leaf that went on her front garden, and she threw it back onto our front garden.
I mean, I see where she's coming from.
Yeah, so if you're blowing the leaves to make yours clean...
That's right, you're just blowing it onto her property. I'd be annoyed about that too. And also, I don't get leaf blowers. Leaf vacs, yes.
Yep.
But you're just blowing it and then the wind blows it back again anyway.
Well, let's hear from Gigi. Gigi, do you see what Natalie and Sean's point is?
I reckon she's wrong.
I love it. But also, Gigi, you know what? You've got to really like.
Oh, yes.
The fact that someone's out there picking up individual leaves.
Yes, I would never go that far, but I'd be annoyed about it.
We've got Megan's on the leaf blower all the time, and I totally get what you're saying now. I totally get she blows it out onto the
a puff
thing,
of
and
wind
eventually
and they come back
comes
again.
back in.
Or one car drives past and they come back.
I don't get wind. I don't get leaf blowing.
Especially when there is a leaf vac. Then you suck it up and then you dump it in a pile somewhere.
You know where the
into
lottery office is? Just over there in
Yes.
Subiaco? Yeah, outside there, I see every day a guy there just sweeping up leaves.
I know.
And as soon as he sweeps them, they go straight back into where it was. It's like, it's such a fight. I losing battle. I literally vacuum them up
and put them into a pile of compost.
But now you see all the gardeners and the lawnmower guys getting around. They have leaf blowers. They don't have leaf suckers.
I'm saying it's stupid.
Should we invent a leaf sucker?
There is one. They exist.
Why aren't people
They've got a
sucking rather than
bag,
blowing?
And it sucks it up, and then you can put it on a pile.
You get a higher hourly rate with a blower.
I think you get just as good with the sucker, Sean.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.
This is where projects come to life. Our showrooms are designed to inspire with the latest products from top brands, curated in an inviting, hands-on environment, and a team of industry experts to support your project. We'll be there to make sure everything goes as planned, from product selection to delivery coordination. At Ferguson Bath, Kitchen and Lighting Gallery, your project is our priority.
See the latest designs from your favorite brands, including Signature Hardware, at your local Ferguson showroom.